Hey guys, how's it going? This is Gerald. Just want to go ahead and do a quick Facebook Live. Um, I have the electrician that's on his way, and I have my daughter who is not being super cooperative. So here it goes. Uh, Let me know if you all can hear me. Just want to go ahead and start this. Want to talk about how to go ahead and get land and how I stumbled upon it by accident, really. Um, okay, maybe we don't have. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get started. Okay. I see somebody in the group. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get started. Um, so basically, what I've done over a period of maybe like a little over 2 years now, what I've done is I have. Many of you know that I have target land. I go ahead and I do land investing. And one of the things that I stumbled across, I guess you could say by accident, is there were people with my website that would go ahead and they would contact me. These were motivated sellers that would contact me that had vacant lots that not wanted to sell, but needed to sell their lots. Okay. Um, as I contacted a lot of these motivated sellers, what I began to realize is that a lot of them were, a lot of these properties were in associations. And it dawned on me, a lot of these properties that are in associations, a lot of these motivated sellers that are in associations, they are highly motivated. They are highly motivated to go ahead and sell. And so the one thing that dawned on me, I was just like, well, wait a minute, and I stumbled upon it by accident. I had no interest in taking on properties that were, my whole goal was to go ahead and target delinquent property taxes. Um, it wasn't to go ahead and target people in associations. But one thing that began to happen was as I began to email some of these sellers back and talk to them back and that type of thing, many of them were so sick and tired of paying association fees that they were looking to go ahead and deed me the properties. Okay. Now, I will say this. My last deal that I have is out of Tennessee. And the property in Tennessee is in a private association, lake community golf course. I got the lead from my website. Okay. Got the lead from my website. And the owner filled out the information. What he did was towards the end, when I say what price did he want to go ahead and pay for the property, he put 10. Okay. 10,000, 1,000. No, $10. So I end up acquiring that property for $10. Yeah, $10. So what I'm saying is this. One of the ways you could go ahead and acquire property, one of the things that you really want to put into your arsenal in acquiring property, honestly, are targeting owners in associations. Targeting owners within associations. Okay. Some of these properties are worth 10,000, 20 grand, 30 grand. I'm getting ready to close on a deal. I went ahead and I reached out to this particular owner. I reached out to them probably about 6 months ago. They wanted to go ahead and sell the property for about 10 grand. I responded with an offer of 1,500. Obviously, they went ahead and they told me to get the heck out of here, some other things. And 6 months later, this lady contacts me back and says, is my offer good? I responded back to her and I says, well, you're going to have to refresh my memory. I don't quite remember the deal. Please, give me some more detail. And as she began to give me more detail about the property, I went ahead, I looked up the string of conversation that I was emailing and I had with her, I'm sorry. And it dawned on me that she had a property in an association. And so we, for the last couple of days, we've been responding back and forth. She is going to deed me the property. She also has $800 in past association fees that she's going to go ahead and pay for. And I'm going to have a property that essentially is free and clear. However, remember, still, it's in an association. So basically, I'm going to acquire that association fee. Okay? But I say all that to say it is a great opportunity for you all to go ahead and target people that are in associations. It's great. However, you're going to have to find a buyer to go ahead and buy that lot. That's if you want to go ahead and wholesale it. Okay, some of you want to go ahead and you just want a piece of property that you can go ahead and build on within an association. This is great. If you want the property for yourself, this is great. If you want the property, let's say, for instance, you go ahead, you team up with a developer and you have a property that you have acquired that is free and clear. However, it has an association that is due on the property. If you team up with a developer, you can either go ahead and sell that developer the property or stay in on the deal. When the developer goes ahead and closes on the deal, you go ahead, you get paid. Okay, so there's so many ways to go ahead and do and acquire properties out there. But this particular niche, I just was not paying attention to. Targeting associations was just because, it's an association fee that's against the property. But I would say probably within the last 6 months, I've had probably about close to 10 owners that have wanted to go ahead and give me the properties. I've had 2 lots back to back up in Pennsylvania that owners have wanted to go ahead and just give me the properties. And in the beginning, I didn't understand because these properties, even though they wanted to go ahead and give me the properties, these properties, some of them had good value, really good value. But you have to make sure that you have a buyer in that area before you go ahead, you enter into a deal like that, because you don't want to get stuck into a property with an association that, number one, is expensive, and number two, you're just not going to be able to move the deal. Okay, so obviously you have to do some homework beforehand. So yeah, targeting properties in associations is sweet. It's sweet, guys. And the thing of it is it ranks up there with foreclosures. It ranks up there with delinquent property taxes, because you can do so many things with it. You can wholesale it. You can hold it. You can do so many things with the property. Hey, Feaster, how's it going? You can do so many things with a property that is like that. Okay, I'm coming across this particular deal that I'm acquiring has a value of somewhere around 20 grand. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, and because the reason I'm going to take this on is I'm saying that I can go ahead and move it for pretty much 50 cents on the dollar to a buyer. Now, you are asking, what are the best ways to go ahead and to find a buyer for a property in an association? You ready? The neighbors. The next door neighbors. Some of these lots have properties, have houses right next to them. The neighbors. Number 2, developers. This is, I don't know. You can use this to stack up some cash. You can use this technique to go ahead and stack up some cash for yourselves and begin to close deals so that you can go ahead and tackle houses. single family homes, as many of you are doing. But targeting these properties and associations is a powerful thing. There is a process to it. There is. How I acquire all these leads is me. I've done some work on my website, so I go ahead and I acquire a lot of these leads via SEO, search engine optimization. It's just that my website ranks really high on Google in a lot of places. And so people go ahead and they contact me that way. And so some of the best ways to go ahead and contact these owners and find these owners that are in these private associations is to go ahead and Google local developers in your area, contact them, and see if they have developed in these private associations. Get the addresses of those associations, drive in those areas, and find some vacant lots in those areas. It's a powerful tip, guys. Very powerful. Also, you can go ahead and contact a real estate agent to see if there's houses in the associations within your area. You can do this all over the United States. Okay, you can wholesale this property. What I would say, if you all want a piece of property, go ahead and get this property deeded to you. Hold on, let me put my daughter down. Go ahead, baby. What you can do to go ahead and acquire these properties is go ahead and close on these deals. Now, when I say free, what I do is, for me, it's not necessarily free. What I'll do is I'll offer some type of consideration, $1, $10. You want to do something like that. Okay. But this is a powerful, powerful technique, guys. And the thing of it is the motivating factor is the association. There's so many people looking to get out of those payments. Some people will pay you to get out of those payments because they've been paying those association fees for years. And people that were looking to go ahead and build their dream home or whatever just never got around to it. And they still have to pay that association fee. Right? So many of you that are looking for a piece of land to go ahead and build on, if you want to keep the property, know that there's an association fee attached to it. Okay? Just know that. Guys, powerful technique. Powerful technique. You all can really just explode your businesses in this way. You can, other ways to go ahead and find these types of properties is driving for dollars. Like I said, contacting developers, contacting agents. Some of these properties in your local neighborhoods, just in nice, well-to-do areas. It is powerful. The reason I said I didn't think of it is my focus was not that. I associated more of the problem than a solution. I associated that association fee as a huge problem. It says, our postal stamps valuable, our postal stamps valuable consideration. I mean, give them $1 for the lot. They just want to go ahead and get rid of the problem, which is that association fee. And also they're paying taxes on the property. You all can get properties like this, guys. Team up with developers, team up with other wholesalers, knock these things out. This is all over the country. You can go ahead and do this. What I'm going to do is this, because you guys can go ahead and I can go ahead and do some steps. I'm going to type some steps into Facebook that you guys can go ahead and follow. If you need further assistance, we can do a 1-hour consultation. I'm going to put a link in the description. I'm going to put that link, and I'm going to put another link below that to show you the website that I use, where I'm going to link my website and the company that I use to go ahead and attract a lot of these buyers. Many of you already know. But guys, you don't necessarily need to go ahead and do a 1-hour consultation with me. You can knock this out of the park yourselves. You know what I mean? You can knock this out of the park yourselves. I'm going to put some steps up. But if you all need further assistance, you can contact me. And if you are an agent and you're contacting deals in this area, imagine being the only one that is a licensed agent that has a real estate listing, that has a real estate sign within this association. Beautiful. I mean, as an agent, you can buy the property, you can list the property. I don't know why you want to list it. Just go ahead and buy it, because it'd be so cheap. People are going to go ahead and give you a property. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put some things in Facebook, type some things in. Also, I'm going to link that video should you all need to go ahead and contact me any further. But I just want to go ahead and share that tip. People looking to go ahead and give away properties, give away land for free. But it has association fees to it. Okay? But it's powerful. You can wholesale these properties. You can keep these properties. You can team up with developers. You can do so many things. Guys, this is Gerald. You all have a good one. Take care. Bye.